welcome back to Chasing Trophies. It was a massive week in the Premier League. In terms of the title race, it's still what it was last week. But, at one stage, it looked like Arsenal might drop points against Chelsea. It was a good game. I felt Chelsea had good chances in the second half as well. João Pedro had a header. Palmer had a very good chance near the, far post, but they couldn't convert. And then Timber scores for Arsenal, makes it 2-1. They get a red card, then Arsenal control the game and win the game. Joining me is Fez. Exciting week in the Premier League. We won't complain because United got the 3 points, but Arsenal, it looks like both them and City, they will be happy with this week.
Yeah, man, Arsenal, man, almost drew it, but somehow they got the goal from Timber. I think it was important for them. For Chelsea again, they tried to attack, threw in a lot of bodies towards the end. They got Garnacho also to come in. The red card really impacted them. It's typical Chelsea again. Every time you see them, red card. So, जरूरी है वाली बात हो गई है. I disappointed Arsenal not bottling it, but I think for Arsenal, they held their nerves, they stuck to what they know best, got all the goals by was from a set piece, or you could say from the corner flag. So I think from that aspect, I think well played for Arsenal. They saw the game out and they got the 3 points, which is the most important thing. Had they been with a draw by 1 point ka gap, the City would the game in hand, they'll probably be more excited at that time.
Yeah, 100%, man. And I felt it was a good game of football. Arsenal got the first goal through a corner, and then it was great to see Arsenal score a own goal from a corner as well, just to get a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt, Chelsea were in the game, and this is a second red card in a row for them. Against Burnley, also Fofana got sent off. So today another sending off. I think they'll be very disappointed with that. Was it Neto who got sent off?
Neto.
Neto got sent off. So they'll be very disappointed because they were in the game. I felt that Chelsea could have got a result, not even a draw. They could have got a win. They just didn't keep the composure towards the end. Like you said, Arsenal got the 3 points. That's what they have to look at. They can't look further. I know the way they're playing, it's a bit risky. It's a bit boring, but they just need to go match to match. And if you see Man City also first, they got the 3 points, but again, not convincing. 1-0 against Leeds. They are playing well. They're dominating, but they're not being clinical, which we expect Man City to be.
Yeah, I mean that again. Haaland out of the squad was a little bit questionable for every FPL fan right now. They're not able to understand exactly what, but is it because of the Champions League draws that they're seeing Real Madrid? I don't know what it was exactly. Maybe he's holding an injury that we're not aware of, but they just don't look very they're not clinical. They're making the moves. They're making so many deliveries by. Oh, I think O'Reilly missed one. Then before he got injured. You saw Semenyo was running circles through everybody, but there's no more finish element. There's no final third ball in the box. There's no mindset around how to get the goal. Cherki, I think, made a very good pass play as well. But again, you're leading up to the goal. Everything looks good for them. It's just around the box that something is happening to them, that they're not able to make the right pass or the right shot. They're not looking to put pressure for the goalkeeper under the pressure. The defense still of the opposition look relatively settled. They know what's going to be coming. I think they're missing that extra pace of Doku as well. Doku shiving around, moving around cutbacks a little bit, little unpredictability when it comes to Doku, but there's certain factor that's missing in City's finishing, and the goal scoring threat that they used to possess. It's looking a little bit less threatening now.
Yeah, 100%. Now, during the midweek, City have Nottingham at home and Arsenal have to play Brighton away, which could be a tough game, potential banana skin again. So it's important for both of them to get those 3 points because this title race is getting closer and closer. In other news, Liverpool also getting a victory 5-2 against West Ham. We expected Liverpool to win, but they'll be happy with, Ekitike, Gapco getting on the score sheet, Van Dijk as well. I'm sure a lot of people have him in the FPL teams. Sadly, I don't, but he's got a goal. He's also scoring for them. They didn't keep a clean sheet, which is a bit interesting against West Ham. But they're back in that Champions League race. They're only 3 points off Man United, and they'll be looking if they can do well in the Champions League itself this year, and if they can get into the Champions League for next season, then maybe Arne Slot keeps the job. It looks unlikely right now, but it could happen.
Yeah, 100%. I think for Liverpool, there's good momentum. Initially, जो slips हो रहे थे उनके साथ, getting to the top four for them also has been a problem, which was for United, but finally they're looking like they're finding the momentum, and the player of the season that we've been calling Hugo Ekitike with the passing, with the assist, with the goal scoring ability that he's carrying. Thoda bahut at times Salah is helping out. You've got Words who's come in the fore for them recently, I think. But yeah, I think the midfielder CDM Gravenberch ka assist. Van Dijk has been scoring the last 2 games. He's been their go-to guy for goals and stuff. So yeah, it's been a good time for Liverpool. But again, with the Champions League and all of the squad, like Isak, maybe if he comes through frame Pong from injury, they still have to. They have two competitions. I don't know if they're in the FA Cup. Maybe they are still in the FA Cup or not. But the whole thing comes down to like the squad being fit, and it'll be very important for them in that way. But right now, yes, the two victories and a little bit more psychologically from what the issues were happening with Slot, Salah, Van Dijk's temperament, and his mistakes in the back. I think those coming down is really putting Liverpool a little bit more sense of security in the back.
Yeah, and speaking of victories, Manchester United getting another victory, unbeaten under Michael Carrick. It looks like a dream run. We just have to enjoy game by game. It wasn't the most convincing of victories. I was watching it on the side, but I'll take the 3 points because normally we do lose in these kind of games, particularly at home. We saw that pattern in the last one season, I think, for last year, let's say even last season, we were dropping points to Crystal Palace, to these kind of teams at home. But getting the victory, obviously, the red card helped a bit. But yeah, Bruno getting a penalty, then a beautiful pass connecting with Sesko. Man, Sesko is on a run right now. He's on a run. He's scoring
Yeah.
almost every game. It's going to be a very good season for him at the end of it. Like, I think he's out. I don't want to say it, but I think he's outshining Gyökeres, bro. Like, he's killing it right now. It's good to see him. I'm really happy the way he's scoring goals. And yeah, important 3 points for Manchester United.
Yeah, 100%. Why? Like I think Sesko ka yahi tha. I can't believe in him. Like I didn't totally shun him out because what I was looking at times was his hold up play is very good. He links up very well with the midfield. He has that body that you can take and pass in. Invite the midfield to come and play that 1-2 and run up behind the defenders. So he has that ability in him. He has good finishing. We saw that close finish against West Ham that he did, the finish after the last game before as well. We saw, and today as well. So he is in a good run of form. It's important that when you have confidence as a striker, you capitalize max. Again, the beginning he looked lost, but then they started formulating more passes up front, started inviting him into the game. He started coming into the game more than what he was in the first half. So I think that makes a lot of difference. For United, yes, 2-1, close call again. Managing again, Bruno keeping it now. I don't know how many goals it come for him now. I think he's now 13 or 14 assists in this season, or probably looking to probably clinch that title of the most assists in the Premier League. I think it's 20. So hopefully he managed to get that. But yeah, United right now the form that we're in, top four right now. There's a big gap right now because Chelsea dropped points as well. So yeah, it looks good right now, man. Champions League football sort of right now we're third, so hopefully we can hold on.
It also makes a big difference when you have a more composed goalkeeper, like because this was still tricky game. You just won 2-1. It wasn't like 4-1, 5-1. Manchester United not always at their best at times, but when you have a goalkeeper like that, his performance, especially against Everton, was really good, and he just brings that calmness. Lemons, I think so. Well done to him. That was a good signing, and he's done pretty good. And the most shocking thing, I don't know if it's shocking or not anymore, but a loss for Tottenham Hotspur. Now it's 4 losses in a
Yeah.
row. They lost to Fulham 2-1. And they're very lucky that West Ham lost to Liverpool. Otherwise, they would be just 1 point away from the relegation zone. Now this talk is becoming real. We can't just
Yeah.
let it slide now.
Yeah.
They are 16th place again. Last year we were 16th and they were 15th or something like that. And now they're 16th, man. Like, this is really poor from Tottenham Hotspur.
100%. Why? Like they've been there. When you win a cup, you feel like a team will now move up towards the direction, right? Like your spirits get high. You got some trophy in the cabinet and Europa League. You won last year. You know, Postecoglou को sack कर दिया. You got in a new manager, a very good manager from what we knew from Brentford, Thomas Frank. It didn't work for you. I think injuries are a very big problem of Tottenham season. In the last 3-4 years, I think it's always been a problem. Solanke got injured, then Romero keeps getting a red card. You don't have a stabilized bench. You don't have any depth in your bench and squad. Now, this is a very big problem. I think that Daniel Levy living in the middle as well. People were happy about it, but obviously those also kind of the decisions, sort of impact the players and stuff, the teams and stuff. So they've been, I mean, they've been decent in the Champions League, but it's not been the most toughest run over there. Now Tudor, I don't exactly know about his footballing heritage and stuff, where he comes in, how his style of plays, because we haven't seen Tottenham probably in the last couple of weeks as much. But your Petro Poros, you have a lot of players, but again they keep getting injured. Just keep getting. Kulusevski's been missing for the longest. Madison misses every year. So your proper 11, this is a very big problem for Tottenham. There's no attacking threat. They're only sitting back right now. So it's always going to be very difficult. And like you said, they're on the brink of a relegation, and we'll have to wait and see, okay, how that ends for them. But yeah, they're really in a problem right now.
Yeah, man, I think Tottenham fans will be very worried right now, and it's becoming serious. We had some other good games. The Newcastle Everton game was very good, like Everton winning 3-2. Newcastle also struggling at home, man. This is like the third, fourth loss I can remember in the last 1 month. I mean, now we're
Yeah.
into March, but in February, they lost 2, 3 games at home. I remember there was one against Aston Villa, now against Everton. There was one in between as well, too. And I forgot which team, but yeah, they've been losing games now. They lost to Man City away as well. Yeah, Newcastle getting close, but again, not getting the points.
Yeah, Newcastle again. Like, I
All
think
hopes on the Champions League
all
for
hopes
them.
of the yeah, the Champions League are there. Obviously, they're playing Barcelona. That's going to be a very big game for them.
Yeah,
I mean, Visa coming in, I thought it would be good for them. Voltemade was in good form. They suddenly sort of minimized Voltemade's inclusion into the Premier League squad. They've started putting him in the Champions League thing, which is fine. But I think that player was giving you momentum. Gordon hasn't been Gordon in the Premier League. He got a couple of goals, a Champions League, but against probably Carabao kind of a club. So yeah, right now they have an amazing team. Pace on offer, Barnes, Ilanga, but it's just not clicking for them defensively. They've had injuries. I think Dan Bird got injured in the middle as well. So they just need to sort of figure out some things. They need to be a little bit more clinical. Bruno Guimaraes की injury काफी उनको hurt करी होंगी, but yeah, against Everton they managed to slip as well, which is a bit of an issue.
yeah, man, and yeah, that's wrap for the Premier League. We have a
Oh,
very quick.
yeah, one more game, Musabai, which we were discussing. I don't know, like I didn't watch it, but Brentford versus Burnley,
Oh yeah, yeah,
almost a
Brentford versus
banger.
Burnley,
Yeah,
4-3.
4-3, and
Yeah, I
goal
watched a
happening
bit
in the
of that.
98th minute, and it
Yeah.
was yeah. So I don't know. You can let us know what exactly happened in that
Yeah,
game.
I watched a bit of that. Like, I mean, it was 4-3. Thiago scored for them. Burnley were getting goals and stuff. But then I think Burnley scored VAR, man. Like, again, I
I would
didn't
have
see
been one for the
the
ages.
exact thing, but like, it went Brentford's way. They called the goal back, and unfortunately, they couldn't get the equalizer. Burnley, unfortunate for them, but it was a crazy game, man. It was a crazy game of football. Turf Moor is not an easy place to go.
It's not, bro. It's
It's
not.
not an easy place
Like
to go.
I
So,
remember back in a couple of years, I said I don't know anything. Like today, also like when I see Burnley, I'll say when we don't know everything in life. It's like that. It's like that. Turf move is proving me to be more threatening now than what it was. But they've got spirit, man. Burnley. The Fleming guy is amazing. The striker.
yeah, basically the goal, it wasn't like an offside goal. It was like it hit his hand and thing, but like
Uh,
yeah, I think like
Unfortunate.
in these days you have to call it. There's a lot of talk about VAR. People hate VAR and this and that, but at the end of the day, bro, if there's no VAR, there's still going to be problem. If there is VAR, it's going to be problem. People are saying that it ruins the momentum of the game, which I agree. Like, you don't know when to celebrate, when not to celebrate. But imagine you get a completely wrong call and the other team is celebrating, and you get knocked out without VAR because of the technology. So I think, like, as part of the game, you just gotta go with it.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, there's definitely two sides of that camp. We are sometimes it's good, like you don't have these things and you can celebrate. And then, like back in the day, we used to have so many misses and stuff.
Yeah,
But अभी क्या हो गया है कि फिर भी आप hindsight में घस लेते थे. You'd have a discussion of those things. अरे यार handball नहीं था, कैसा दे दिया. Yeah, once you've already shown us the technology, it's difficult to go back, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you've got to deal with it.
I mean, there were some crazy blunders we've seen, like that World Cup goal of Frank Lampard not given. That's a huge blunder, man. Like, so
Yeah, yeah.
these kind of things, at least VAR secures you. I understand that there's still a lot of flaws in the technology, and it'll be interesting to get a referee on sometime to see how, like, what they think about VAR and everything. But Burnley fans wouldn't be happy. Brentford fans would be breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll do a bit more research on that. And also, there's midweek games coming up, so watch out. We'll come up with a preview with that. We'll also discuss some talking points. We'll have some interesting topics coming for you in the football world as well. Barcelona as well, I think, Fez,
They won, yeah.
they won. Lamine Yamal scored a couple of goals.
Yeah.
Real Madrid is playing
Hat-trick, yeah.
tomorrow. So that race is also very thing.
Tight,
I
very
think
tight.
Bayern beat Dortmund 3-2 as well.
Yeah, they
That
got a
was,
good gap.
yeah,
More
that
gap
was
extended, yeah.
yeah, that was a pretty good game as